Yeah.
Paul Griffith thought he would find a new vaccine. The heat-treated bacteria in mice was fine. The harmless injection in mice was fine. But with a mixture of both, it was the end of the line. Some bacteria must have been transformed. All descendants received the daily trait. There must have been some perishable carriers. This discovery was going to be great.
16 years later, in 1944, biologist Oswald Avery wanted to add some more. There was a toss-up between proteins and DNA. Both of them were related to chromosomes and some. He added protein-destroying enzymes to proteins. And DNA-destroying enzymes to DNA. It wasn't in the proteins, but in the house of the genes, where the colonies failed to transform. DNA is the genetic material if you needed to be informed.
A virus consists of a nucleic acid wrapped in a protein coat. Being infected has no need to gloat. A bacteriophage is a virus that infects bacteria. Hershey and Chase worked with a phage that had DNA on the inside and a protein on the outside. Hershey and Chase used an isotope of sulfur to label the phage's proteins. They took some more phages to label the DNA. They then allowed each phage to infect a normal cell. With primitive technology, they used a blender to knock off anything outside of the shells. Radioactivity was found outside of the proteins, but inside the DNA.
Nucleotides lining up a strand, enzymes linked them together to find a friend. This process of copying DNA is called DNA replication. It's kind of similar to transcription, where the nucleotide sequence of DNA is converted to RNA. It allows proteins in the cytoplasm to be produced, while the DNA nucleus are reintroduced. A codon is a three-letter word that codes an amino acid. A polypeptide is formed for whatever is valid. With the help of codons and polypeptides, nucleic acid is converted into amino acid language.
A nucleotide is a polymer's building blocks. They're like letters inside a mailbox. The matching nitrogenous base is a complementary, coming in pairs, so don't you see? Any change in a DNA sequence is a mutation. The chromosomes are the very specific locations. A mutagen is what causes the change, something that can be very changed.